"Ay, yow," she said when she cut them. She had to use all of her muscles. The vegetables were hard and tough. "This is a xiao huang gua," Mommy said, handing me a bumpy curled vegetable. She pointed at the other vegetables. "This is a shen sai. That's a tung hao." I went outside to play, and while I was playing catch with Mickey, a magical aroma filled the air. I saw the neighbors standing on their porches with their eyes closed, smelling the sky. They took deep breaths of air like they were trying to eat the smell. The wind carried it up and down the street. Even the bees and butterflies seemed to smell the scent in the breeze. I smelled it too. This made me hungry. It was coming from my house. When I followed the smell to my house, my mother was putting a big bowl of soup on the table. The soup was yellow and red and green and pink. "This is a special soup," Mommy said, and I smiled. She gave me a small bowl full of it, and I tasted it. It was so good. The flavors of the soup seemed to dance in my mouth and laugh all the way down to my stomach, and I smiled. "Do you like it?" Mommy asked me. I nodded and held out my bowl for some more. "It's made from our vegetables," she told me. Then the doorbell rang, and we ran to open the door. All of our neighbors were standing at the door holding flowers. "We noticed you were cooking," Mr. Fitzgerald laughed, and he held out the flowers. "We thought you might be interested in making a trade." We laughed too, and my mother gave them each their own bowl of her special soup. My mother told them what each vegetable was and how she grew it. She gave them the soup recipe and put some soup into jars for them to take home. And I ate 5 bowls of soup. It was the best dinner ever. The next spring, when my mother was starting her garden, we planted some flowers next to the Chinese vegetables. Mrs. Krimmermein, the Fitzgeralds, and the Angel House planted some Chinese vegetables next to their flowers. Soon the whole neighborhood was growing Chinese vegetables in their gardens, up and down the street. Little green plants poked out of the ground. Some looked like leaves and some looked like grass, and when the flowers started blooming, you could smell the soup in the air. And so this is a really nice book, and I think there are plenty of lessons that we can get from it. While on the surface in her neighbor's yards, she could see all the beautiful flowers, and she had to be patient, though, and wait for what was coming from the things that she and her mother had planted in their yard. And it turned out to be an amazing surprise for her and for all of her neighbors. Today we're going to get together with Mr. Jack and have Shabbat, and I hope all of you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you Monday.